Hello everybody, and welcome back to KALEIDO STELLA. Last time, Operation Touchgrass went off without a hitch. And apparently we're really good at FPSs, so much that, we ended up on 6th-gen? I don't know what that means. When I peek in the living room, I see Meme preparing breakfast. I almost forget that it's about saving the world. But FPS is in 6th-gen seems a bit more imperative. Oh, morning, Robo. I make breakfast. Eat it while it's still hot. Meme is the same as always. Looks like he made breakfast in place of Mira today. Wait, are they taking turns or are they just winging it? Oh, ow. I will play the first thing that comes to mind and sit down at the table. This time it's noodles for breakfast. The AC was fixed yesterday, so I'm feeling pretty good today. I throw some toppings on top of the noodles and start mixing. I'm the type of guy to use onion and pepper as condiments. I take my chopsticks in my hand and get ready to take a bite. That's when. Hey, Monaco, who's this lady? Is she your friend? She was standing out front, so I brought her in. Mira comes running with someone else. Ah, hello. It's Rikyo. Nice to meet you. I'll be staying over for a little while starting today. Weren't you gonna get a job? What? Rikiko? She was a shut-in until yesterday. I don't know why she's here, but it seems like she held up her side of the promise yesterday and really did go out. Hey, wait a hot second. What does she mean to be staying over? Wait, back up a little here. What's she on about? Cool. Looks like we got ourselves a new pal. Welcome to the Show Me Family Bed and Breakfast. You can call me Mira. I'm a guest here too. Let's get along, alright? Hey, now Mira's letting her mix in. First things first, we are not a bed and breakfast. I still don't know why Rikyuko's here. There's only surprises in this household nowadays. Hey, I heard that name about before. Am I imagining it? You see, I did manage to go outside, but I don't have any friends. Monaco, you're terrible. Did you mean to play around with me and leave me hanging? You should keep to your word. Don't say something that's gonna make people misunderstand. Now it's not just Edna, but Mikiko too. You guys are creating only more chances for Mira to tease me. I guess you two really do know each other. Nothing wrong with bed and breakfast being lively. Right, Monaco? Can't handle any more of this. I don't think I'll find any respite even if I do speak up for myself. Please, somebody do something about her. How do you do? My name is Edna. We are the group of misfits. Also, can we get another person who's not female next time? Not to be sexist or anything, but it appears that every single person here is female, and I mean, they're not the only ones who have problems. Nice to meet you, Edna. The fact that I even said that sounds just a bit odd. I should definitely be a lot better when how I express words. It was a joke, first and foremost, so. As I speak, the weirdo girls are pairing up. What do I do? Meme quits cooking and comes over. Right, Meme knows what she's doing, so you can get these strange girls out of here. I believe in her. I want to avoid inviting any more trouble into my oasis. Nice to meet you, Rikiko. I'll be your friend. Since Mommy and Daddy aren't coming home for summer break, I think it's okay to stay a bit. Right, bro? No! Don't call me bro. No, I can't try to get these freeloaders out. Give me a break. 1 second. Monaco! Your sister is awesome! It's on a totally different level than you, and she's a cutie pie too. She should be a magical girl idol on Usatube in the future. Oh shit, Usatube exists here? Oh shit. Remember what happened last time with Usatube? I do. Those people are very weird million subscriber... yeah, they have a incredibly odd million subscriber milestones. It typically includes throwing your friends in torture chambers and making them confess their deepest, darkest sins before impaling them and sticking the other ones in Iron Maidens. What? Meme, an idol? Meme gets to be an idol? You can totally be. For sure. You are adorable and I think you got the brains to match. I like Monaco. Bruh. Rico says that and gives me the side eye. Aren't you the one who was shut in for the better part of at least 2 years? Damn her. Just give me shade whenever she gets a chance. I'm guessing she's trying to pick a fight. I'm starting to think that smile last night was all an act. Girls are scary. Say what? Mimi's gonna be an idol? This is huge! I gotta get an autograph before she becomes a hit. I might get big bucks if I sell it later on. Why is everyone going along with the idea? None of these girls have any sense in them. I'm really hurting my brain thinking of how I'm gonna survive in the future. So, the fuck is up with this? Tusajimi is next, and I don't know what's up with her. Phew, this steak's hella good. Mira's energetically working her jaw on a steak. Christ, she's enough of an eater to make me wonder how much she puts in her stomach a day. We just finished breakfast, you know. Yes, this is quite delicious. This meal is protein-packed and takes time to digest. Edna is inspecting the food for a trademark poker face. So anyway, we're back at the next town over by Edna's kindness. Meme and Rikoko have seen to hit it off and are watching videos on Ustu back at home. Make sure that they don't watch Psycho's channel. Please, for the love of God, keep that channel off the waves. Fucking Metavu's over there too. He's not doing much good. He's the cameraman for a serial killer. Ugh. But man, we're back here, huh? Maybe there's some kind of rule deciding we have to go to this town. Well, it's true that this place has got pretty much everything compared to my hometown. The one thing we do have is a sad excuse of a shopping district and an abandoned planetarium and a UFO landing site. Actually, now that I think about it, a lot of these references are for future games. Psycho released in 2019, and this is 2018, so they had their mind in the... They were thinking ahead. This town's got a lot more new places to visit. These malls and movie theaters all seem new to me. That is correct. This town used to be mostly unpopulated. It appears the remnants of the old days are still around, however. Right. Old cafes and the sort. Miro starts talking and suddenly stops. See, it looks like she's remembering something from a long time ago. Maybe she's got some connection to a shop in this town. Tusajimi, where are ya? We head out of a store and travel a bit before Mira stops her feet walking ahead of us. Since I was staring at my feet, I bump into her face first. Hey, it's dangerous to stop in the middle of the walking. I'm ready to say that when I see the look on her face and gulp down the words. Mira's face is tight and she still is a statue. It's the first time I've seen her like this. What the heck is going on? There's a woman standing in Mira's path. Mira! You're Mira, aren't you? The stranger comes running in Mira's direction. Shit, you look much different. Me and Inna are watching, stunned. I've been looking for you, Mira. Where were you all this time? You made me so worried. You gotta come back home. Shut your trap and move it. Mira, clearly upset, looks sideways and smacks away the woman's hand. I'm not going back. We're world-saving. Mira spits it out and turns her back on her, running. Mira, no, you just wait a minute. The woman tries to follow her in a hurry, but she's gone in the blink of an eye before we can even try to call to her. Hey, where are you going? I thought you said you'd be on my side. Actually, is this woman... Mira... so let me save. I know Tusajimi... Well, I mean, you're an alien. Probably. Are you... I'm curious and can't stop myself from jumping in. I'm supposed to be Mira's BFF, but I don't know a thing about her. To me, it's not just Edna who's a mystery. It's Mira, too. Mysterious, as always. For some reason, I'm finding myself wondering about her. Maybe it's because of the curiosity that I'm doing this. My, are you Mira's friend? I'm Manako Hoshimi. How do you do? My name is Edna. It's a pleasure to meet you. Manako and Edna, thank you for playing with Mira. My name is Tusajimi Kurajara. I'm Mira's mother. Ah, so you finally moved on from taking care of dying guys in the hospital. And by taking care of them, I mean lying to them about having last wishes and then just going off on your own, jumping out of windows. This person's This person is Mira's mother. Completely opposite from Mira's rough around the edge vibes. This lady is calm and soft-spoken. I can read the sadness beneath the surface though. She's likely seen some rough patches. So I'm assuming in that case you aren't an alien? Or she would have been like, hey, nice fellow alien thing. My killer's always been a bit of a rebel. There's never been a time where I wasn't being pulled this way or that by her. Miss Kurajana speaks of nostalgia and laughs, lips quivering. She seems sad, lonely, but with the love of a mother. You're no different, are you, Monaco? I'm sorry Mira's caused you trouble. I'm sure she's thrown you for a loop or two. Yeah, true. I can't think of how to respond. Mira showed up out of nowhere and kicked a storm around me, and now she's gone. She's like a hurricane. If it's one or the other, I'd say she's caused me trouble. Yeah, I mean, she suddenly made my house into a B&B. To an Airbnb. Oh, I get it. I've noticed that Mira hasn't got a place to stay since she ran away from home. I did make a guess that she might have been staying at the abandoned planetarium, but I knew nothing for sure since he makes a point of not talking about herself at all. I want to ask something of you. If you happen to see Mira again, could you please tell her to come home? A sigh spills on Miss Kirjana's lips. She looks young, but seems to have a lot on her plate. She must be getting a new wrinkle on her pretty face every day, and Mira stirs up some trouble. I feel kinda bad. This is my cafe's business card. If you'd like, you can take it with you. You're welcome to come by anytime. I hear out Miss Kirjana's requests, and as he turns around to leave, the gloom clearly written on her back. The cafe on the business card it gave me is called El Planetaire. The planet! True Sashimi planet! There's an address written on it too. El Planetaire. Space? The Milky Way? Probably means something like that if I remember right. I'm pretty bad at Spanish, but I think I get it. What made her name her cafe that? I would now relate to you your next mission, Master Monaco. We say our goodbyes to Miss Kurajada. A little while after, Ida opens her mouth to speak. You must have had a relationship between Miss Mira and Miss Tsujimi. Didn't see that one coming. I'm gonna have to put it into this mother-daughter quibble. Wouldn't that be a little too much? I feel like I'll be sticking my head where it shouldn't be. I'm not gonna cut in between them like that. You do not understand. This is another important step in freeing this Earth from inevitable destruction. Edna grooms her long blue hair and looks at me head on. Her eyes are telling me she's dead serious. My heart skips a beat at the look she's given me. Okay. Checking in. Thus you are not doing more than you should. You must and will take the largest overstep of boundaries for the survival of all of space itself. There's no way I'm gonna be able to run from this. Though, man, now it's not just Rikiko, but Mira's private life I'm gonna have to poke my nose into. Just how many noses does this world's savior gotta be? Bruh. Tusakimi. Not knowing what I do, I simply toddle off in Edna's footsteps. It looks like she's heading home. Doesn't matter, I'm figuring out the game plan. After making sure she gets home in one piece. Since Mira's went up and disappeared, I guess I'm gonna have to do this without her help. No, wait, Mira's the missing target. If I'm gonna get it done, I need her. Maybe I should go looking for her first. Seriously, why'd she go off to at a time like this? It'd be awesome if she just went back home. Mira? She's not here. Is everything okay? I walk in the back and check if Mira's back, but no dice. No dice cycle. Jeez, did you fight? Jeez, you gotta be sensitive around girls. Oh man, Monaco, you really ought to treat ladies right for a change. Listen, I don't know what you're on about, but you, come on. If I stay here, I'm really gonna get an earful. I tell Meme and Rikoko there's nothing going between us and head back to the next town over. I find myself in an aging shopping district with Miss Kirajata's business card as my guide. The two people I asked at McDonald's might have been talking about the old road here. I see. This place. Is the cafe Mira was remembering? Star decorations glitter on the walls and globes of the earth on tables being to mine the theme of space. Well, if this isn't a surprise, Miss Kirajata spots me as I enter and flashes me a smile. You came. Please take a seat. I follow her and sit down at the counter. A moment passes before she hands me a cool-looking glass. Have some barley tea. There's no caffeine, so it should be okay for children. Oh, there I go again. You're not a child anymore. A giggle spills from my lips, and I find myself laughing too. If memory serves, my sister is an elementary schooler, and she's only 2 years younger than me, so I am in no way an adult. Well, I guess in other countries, you go from elementary to high school, so maybe the age is all a bit different. No clue. It's probably because I'm short that she can mistake a high schooler like me for a kid, because he called himself a high schooler, so I'm assuming that's just it. I guess Japan doesn't have middle school. Are you hungry, Monaco? I'll make you food if you are. No, I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I say that, but my stomach chimes in with a gurgle. Worst timing ever. Is this what they mean when the body doesn't lie? But I really wish it did right now. It's pretty rude to make someone who you just met cook for you. Just a second. And here I told her no because I didn't want to go out of her way. I glanced at the clock. It's only past lunchtime. It's been a while since I ate breakfast. Here you go. A little while later, I'm surprised at a plate of food placed in front of me. Smooth noodles and eggs, chopped cucumbers, and some sauce of a strong scent. Wait, is this? It's tender noodles. I held back the spice, so it should be fine even if you don't like your food spicy. Actually, this isn't on the menu. We always make it at the back for employees. I knew it. This is something Amira made the day before yesterday. Make it in the back? The only people who work here should know about the recipe. Mira must have helped out at the cafe before. Mira made this for me. My, is that true? So Mira remembered the recipe. Miss Kirajara looks happy and smiles. I notice that Mira smiles in a totally different way from her. Mira might look more like her father. Actually, I actually don't know much about her. I didn't say who, but it doesn't take any time for it to register that I'm talking about Mira. Potential thumbnail? Return of the fucking wish granter who can't grant wishes for shit, but you know what? You tried. Mira's always been a problem child. She's quite the handful. Miss Kirajara begins talking like she's remembering old times. When Mira was little, she used to help out at the cafe. She was a problem child, a rebel, and rough around the edges, but she was also mature for her age. She wouldn't open up to anyone, and ran away from home according to Miss Kirajara. I can picture little Mira from the fractured pieces of Miss Kirajara's stories. My word, it boggles the mind just to think what Mira has gone off to. What's unspoken is that this is what's normal for the two of them. Miss Kirajara's side proves it. I know it's normal for Mira to act the way she does at this age, but I still feel for Miss Kirajara. It's pretty awful for someone to make a pretty lady like this go through so much trouble. That's what I'm going to say when I decide to hold myself back. The truth is, I'm no different from Mira. I've caused just as much trouble for my own old folks. I disappointed them, got tossed aside, and I'm rotting away like an abandoned piece of meat. I think I can tell you this, Monaco. Miss Kirajara's face goes stern as she opens up to me. Mira is not my child by blood. What? I didn't give birth to her. She isn't a blood relative. When you put it like that, they do look totally different. I just assumed Mira took after her father, but now I understand. I'm raising her as if I did, though. Man, this is one big pickle. I wouldn't be able to take care of a kid who wasn't my own. Is Edna really telling me to patch this up? I'm starting to lose my grip on what Mira really is. She's always saying things I don't understand. How the hell am I gonna do anything about this? I can try, but Mira and her mom aren't even related. So I actually am thinking that potentially each and every character is just from a previous Charon game. These two. So I just accept that they made a mistake and say goodbye to each other? And there's another game too called You, Me, and Empty Words. I haven't played that one, but it did have a character with orange hair. That could be Mira. I wonder when she'd learn to say those things. Maybe before we became mother and daughter. Her blood mother taught her. Even if you raise a child of love, they just end up going further and farther away. Love. The last word I wanted to hear pops up in conversation. Suddenly I'm jealous of Mira. Jealous. You can box them away and shower them with affection, but they all eventually end up leaving their parents' wing. It has nothing to do with whether there's a blood relation or not. What? Mira's mom loves her a lot. I can tell. I never got anything like that. Her mom's not even her real mom and she's being fretted over and loved like there's no tomorrow. She should be happy. So why'd she run away from home? You see, Monaco, I feel uneasy about it, but I wonder if that Mira might do something she shouldn't someday. Oh shit. I was raised at arm's length, so I never know that the love Mira gets from my mom. Love that I can't get even if I beg for it. I'm kinda pissed that Mira's tossing aside like nothing. I start to feel angry that I can take out on anything. She was a righteous little thing. She never liked it when things were unfair, and she always tried to do what was right in her mind. Heh, maybe I'm worrying over nothing. It's normal to worry, is it not? True. I think all parents are the same. Right off the bat, I'm saying stuff I don't believe. God, my face might be twitching. It's normal for parents to worry over their children. There's plenty out there that don't give a crap what happens to their kids. I choose not to bring that up though and keep listening to Miss Kirjada sea giggles. Goodness, I might be a helicopter parent. I made myself think I'm different, but I may have become one right over my nose. I gotta be careful. I may have made a huge mistake thinking blood relations were important. Maybe they're just cheap connections that could get cut at any time. There might be cases where a family can't be kind because they're related. Miss Kirjada might be able to treat me like the way she does because she's not of flesh and blood. I feel a bit better assuming that. I met my little Mira when... It's been quite a few years since that day. I'm a widower. My husband suffered a disease before passing. At the time I was blue as blue could be. It was like the sun was swallowed up by clouds. I didn't want to talk to anybody, and I couldn't get up from where I was, and I closed myself off. Like, this is very heartfelt, but to call him your husband is a bit, you know, a bit extreme. You knew him for like 12 minutes or so, but you know what, that's fine. My husband passed before we could have kids. For that reason, I had no hope to call my own. Every day was full of regrets for me. It was during that time that I met Mira. She appears like a glimmer of hope, like a soothing star falling before this woman's very eyes. She holds the child close like one does a crutch. When I saw her, she was in rags and watching the night sky on a park playground. I couldn't just stand there, so I called out to her. I realized that she's talking about Mira. She didn't trust me at the time, and I tried not to be too forward. If she thought I was a danger to her, that it would be a problem. But I wanted to do something for her, so I gave her my cafe's business card. My cafe had been closed for a while because of my husband's passing, but I thought she might come and tidy up the shop for opening the next day. It's Mira we're talking about. She probably was a cautious kid back then. I can see her being a grumpy little thing. She might have wanted to go so bad, wanting to take that hand that was showing her kindness but not being able to. The shame and embarrassment I kept her from it. Of course, she didn't show up right away, but she did eventually. I think it took 4 days. And then she made the decision to rely on someone, to live on another's goodwill. I welcomed Mira to my home and spent every day in bliss. I was happy like a new mom would be. Mira taught me what it was like to be one. She gave me hope. It turns out that getting married and giving birth isn't everything for a woman. I was happy with the way things were. I thought we'd always stay that way. She must have loved those days. I could see it on her face when she talks about it. But we didn't. All of a sudden, the color leaves her voice and Miss Kirjada drops her eyes. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have made you talk about it. No need to apologize. I might have thought of Mira as a replacement for my husband. I might have took her in, developed the hole I had in my heart. The sorry look on Miss Kirjada's face goes bittersweet. She likely saw the emotional imbalance in me. Mira must have lost her faith in me. She ran away from home years ago. We haven't seen each other until today. Years ago? I see. She ran away from home years ago. I'm finding the newly revealed truth hard to believe. I wonder just what she's been up to all these years. I'm glad she's still healthy and alive. I assume Mira ran away from home not too long ago. Miss Kirjada said she ran away years ago. Which leaves me asking, where's she been staying all those years? The more I think on it, the more I don't get what's going on in her mind. What has she even been up to? Miss Kirjada feels the same about her, I think. I don't want to upset her. I'm not going to say anything without thinking. Could you keep our little conversation a secret from Mira? She'll get mad at me because I talked behind her back. promise Miss Carriage out of that and say thank you for the noodles and tea before leaving. That was a nice conversation. But this is totally a point where I have to save and call it quits. I would love to not, but... main menu, boys. So that was yet more of Kaleido Stella. Like, honestly, I really like that this game is a crossover. It kind of gives some games the closure they need. And at first I thought this was like a sequel to the Cradle of Ruin, because everyone who said, like, before you play this game, you used to play the Cradle of Ruin and 2 Tsujimi Planets. Of course, they also brought up You Mean Empty Words, but not many people brought that one up. So I thought, like, oh, is this a sequel to, you know, the Cradle of Ruin? Because Cradle of Ruin also had some mentions to, at least what I assumed mentions to Tsujimi Planet. So it makes it... So... I kind of like this style, you know, it gives some of the games closure. Either way, though, I'll see you next time, and bye.